The Quran, UFOs, and Djinns. Are aliens the hidden ones we've known all along? Imagine this: ancient beings of smokeless fire, invisible yet powerful, roaming the unseen realms. The Quran calls them Djinns, creatures like us, with free will, but gifted with extraordinary abilities, shape-shifting, super speed, flying through dimensions and living in places we can't perceive. Now picture modern UFO sightings, silent crafts defying physics, beings communicating telepathically, appearing and vanishing in an instant. What if these aren't separate mysteries? What if Djinns and the so-called aliens are the very same entities, the hidden ones, watching humanity across time? Let's journey through this mind-bending theory, blending Islamic scripture, historical encounters, ancient wonders, and today's unexplained skies. First, the Quran speaks clearly about Djinns. In Surah Al-Jinn, a group of them listens to Prophet Muhammad reciting the Quran and declares it a wondrous guidance. They're made from smokeless flame, can eavesdrop on the heavens, and possess free will to choose good or evil. The Prophet warned they can appear in forms, possess people, or lurk in desolate places, much like remote UFO hotspots. A key moment: after rejection in Taif, the Prophet recites Quran on his journey back. Invisible Djinns gather, hear the words, and accept Islam. Some see this as a close encounter, ethereal presences, perhaps lights or swift forms passing by, invisible yet real. Hadiths describe Djinns moving like wind, tying into UFO reports of objects zipping away at impossible speeds. Then there's Prophet Solomon. The Quran tells how he commanded armies of Djinns to build massive structures, dive for treasures, and perform impossible tasks. They labored under his divine authority. In Jewish traditions, similar beings were bound and controlled. Some esoteric ideas claim certain groups still seek to harness these forces today. Could ancient megastructures owe their precision to Djinn help? Look at the pyramids of Egypt, Easter Island's towering Moai statues, and Stonehenge's astronomical alignments. How did ancient people move multi-ton stones with such accuracy? What if Djinns, powerful engineers from another realm, assisted under divine permission, leaving mysteries that baffle us still? Fast forward to crop circles, intricate patterns appearing overnight since the 1970s surge, though reports date back centuries. Some theorize they're QR code-like messages beamed from afar, signals from these hidden beings to their origins. Nearby, fairy circles in deserts match reported UFO landing sizes, perfect barren rings, as if something massive touched down. The modern era explodes with UFO evidence. In 1947, Roswell, debris described as thin yet unbreakable, with unearthly isotopes. The U.S. military first announced a flying disc, then backtracked. Famous cases follow: 1952 Washington, D.C. flap with radar-tracked objects over the Capitol. 1980 Rendlesham Forest, where soldiers touched a metallic craft with strange symbols. 2004 Nimitz Tic-Tac encounter, pilots chasing a pill-shaped object that outmaneuvered jets. One of the most compelling, September 1994, aerial school in Zimbabwe. Over 60 children saw a silver craft land. Black-clad beings with large eyes emerged, sharing telepathic warnings about humanity's destruction of the environment. The kids, interviewed separately, drew identical pictures and stuck to their story for decades. No hoax, just innocent witnesses to something hidden, fast, and communicative, like Djinns delivering messages in Islamic lore. Now go deeper into scripture with Dhul Qarnayn, the righteous traveler in Surah Al-Kahf. He journeys west to where the sun sets in a murky spring, east to a land of unprotected people, and to a place between mountains. God grants him asbab, means or tools, to travel vast distances. Thinkers like Sahil Adim suggest these weren't just earthly trips. What if asbab means advanced vessels, UFO-like crafts powered by Djinns or allied beings? allowing interstellar voyages across light years. Encounters with distant civilizations, perhaps even hostile ones. At the end, Dul-Qarnayn meets people tormented by Ya'juj and Ma'juj, Gog and Magog, described as corruptive destroyers. He builds a massive barrier of iron blocks fused with molten copper, sealing them behind mountains. The wall holds until God wills its collapse near the end times. Here's the twist. What if Ya'juj and Ma'juj aren't earthly tribes, but an advanced, hostile, extraterrestrial civilization from another dimension or planet? Dul-Qarnayn, with Djinn or alien allies, seals a wormhole or portal with tons of metal and alloys blocking their invasion path to our solar system. They're guardians, protecting Earth under divine command from a third destructive force. Islamic prophecies say the barrier weakens as the last hour nears. Ya'juj and Ma'juj will break through, swarming from every height, causing destruction to the world.
Could rising UFO sightings be the Djinns or their allies monitoring the breach? Are they afraid, not of us, but that this hostile force is breaking free? Increased appearances might be warnings or preparations. Folks, the veil between worlds may be thinning. The Djinns, aliens, hidden guardians, whatever we call them, they've coexisted with us since creation. As technology advances and skies fill with mysteries, perhaps we're on the edge of revelation. The Quran urges reflection. Are we alone? Or have the hidden ones been watching all along?